I don't know when I'll be back out on the road again. Probably. I was thinking about driving out to Arizona since I've got a whole week left of vacation. I don't know. We'll just have to see what's going on. Comments. That's why I'm here. Amun Ra. I got thousands of pictures and statues of American Indians looking like us. And they cost like thousands of dollars, these statues. I can send you the links. No, thanks. I'm good. I'm okay on that. I don't worship other races. I don't put the American Indians up on a pedestal. That we're all human beings. I did when I was younger, though. My dad said he was part Native American. I started worshiping it. I read books on them, and I started walking like they did. You know, they have a certain way of walking, their feet straight ahead versus like farmers who walk their feet turned out, shit like that. I grew out of that stuff. I realized that there was a belief that the American natives were actually black, but they're not. DNA shows they are Asian. Okay. And as far as I know, there's been no African DNA found within the race unless it was bred in. So that whole belief that we were the American, let's not steal their culture. Let's not. A lot of people think we're always trying to take the culture. I know there's evidence that there were some blacks in the country, but we were not the Native Americans. So I'm not a fan of that stuff. Okay. Like the dude that came here that I had to get on Goonie or whatever his name was. We need to just be happy that we're black and get over the bullshit. Okay. I realize what you're doing is you're looking for, the evidence of us being, we were here. Olmecs. Enough right there. What they don't show us is the Egyptian braids on the back of those big ass statue heads. Brofist, hey Supreme, on the free date site, many girls say that they want to get to know me better. That means they want to take it slow. You're talking about the free dating sites like POF. Slow when I ask them out. So I could see someone like you probably go in on the first contact, hey, let's go out. And unfortunately, because of guys who are angry at women, they rape women out there, Brofist. And girls are afraid of that. I don't know if you're even aware of that, but there's also guys that cut them up into little bitty pieces. It's happened a lot. So women have a right to want to get to know you. Okay? I know you don't care about women or anyone else but yourself, but they care about their lives. They don't want to get killed. What if you suddenly wigged out on them? All that anger within you on a date, and you pull out a knife and stab them. They don't want to take that chance. Hudson, as per the comments on Hillary for president, if a man feels that females are not equal to himself, then why would he want to ever be led by one? Question mark. I think he's referring to me. I think he thinks that I think that women aren't equal to me. Women are not equal to me in strength, but I'm not equal to them in other things they can do well, such as bear kids. 5 minutes of that pain, and I'll tell everybody everything. Now, he goes, if it was between a woman that was anti-abortion and a man that was pro-abortion, I would always vote against abortion rights because humans need to reproduce offspring. It's just legitimized murder, and I don't have a problem with that either, what you just said. I don't vote either way on the abortion stuff. I'm not for it. And I believe it is an individual right. I wish they would make better choices. Other method of birth control. Staying ready. Hey Supreme, I heard this is going to be your last year on YouTube. Is that true? No. I'll be making videos for within my forum only. and for my clients. Hope not, because you're the best and I really enjoy your videos. Thank you. Ace. Wow, these trolls for Facebook page, really? Trolls for the Facebook page. Oh, yeah. That explains something. The troll is back. Or if a new group gets started, we should just have the people from the forum. I don't know about that. I would have to vet the members. But, you know, if a guy's a troll, you'll find out right away. He'll start trolling. All I do is block him, like I did before. Ace. Brofist. You have to become positive and stay that way for a good amount of time, and the women will come. It's not overnight. Sometimes it takes longer than others to start working. It depends on who you are and how you carry yourself. Also, hitting the gym, learning to dance, and working on your conversation skills and confidence will help you become even more positive. David Akandi. Supreme, do we guys really need protein shake / creatine? It works, but is it worth it in the long run? Protein shakes are good. Creatine, you don't really need. It does help, but you don't really need it. I'm a naturalist. Jovi, do you mind turning the light on for me? I'm more of a naturalist. I tried creatine when it first came out, and I got stronger, but I don't like taking a pill for my strength. It's like I don't want to do juice. I like taking a shot for my strength. Eric Hills. Supreme, what's your weight now? I think I've answered that. Can you give us an update every week? Don't give up. Keep pushing. You know, one thing I know how to do is when I really want to, I can drop weight. I've done it many times. Years ago, I was 260 on the forum. That's 40 pounds or 35 pounds over my ideal weight. And I dropped that shit real fast. But then I put it back on. Nathan Miller. Is there much ice on the top of Mount Shasta right now? I didn't see any ice. I did see some snow. Okay. But not a lot of snow. When I saw it in Mount Shasta in 2008, 2010, most of the ice was gone. I didn't see any. Just some snow. Hey, it's a black guy. Go Away does have a point about the Jews, white skin, Ashkenazi, having more of a part during the enslavement of black people than other whites, especially when it came to ensuring the boats needed to capture the slaves and bring them to the United States. A lot of slaves didn't make it. Some of the men even fought the slavers on the boat too. But all in all, both whites and Jews benefited from the slave trade and made equivalent to billions through import and export of cotton. Jews also controlled the banking system along with the white men, Rockefeller, Carnegie, Morgan. Jews during the 1950s, 60s, through the 90s and 2000s owned and controlled the music industry, ripping off black artist music. If you haven't done your research, then that's good information for you. Mario's. Hey, Supreme, are you aware of all the spiritual properties that mountain you're nearby supposedly has? No, actually, I wasn't aware of it. I've heard way back, I think it was in high school, about it was a metaphysical spot. Well, we went there. I've seen the dirtiest dominant society people I've ever seen. Hippies. I even saw a black dude. Now, these hippies, they're always bone thin, like they've been starved for 10 years, and they're dirty. They always wear those rags, and they have a rag over their head. I saw a black guy dressed just like them, and he was skinny. He was up there sucking up, trying to be one of them, be a hippie. I've seen black dudes, go that hippie route and hang out with a number of white folks and, do what they do, smoke their drugs and, You know, just get some white pussy sometimes. And he was dirty. I looked at him. He looked at me. I looked at him. He kept looking at me. I kept looking at him. He knew that I knew what he was doing. He saw it in my eyes. And he knew what I was thinking. You fucking sell out, suck up motherfucker. Look at your starving black ass. He came into I was in this coffee shop. Came in, just got a glass of water. I'm surprised he didn't have some tambourines with him or some shit. But he slunk his way out, shuffling dirt, you know, like Pigpen on Snoopy cartoons. Just left, pile of dirt. There's also the hippie chicks, look like their ass stank. Their crotch got fleas all in it. Ugh. I don't ever want to go back to Mount Shasta. That's what I have to say about Mount Shasta. Bad trip. I thought it'd be cool. I thought there'd be lots of, you know, distraction for Jovina goes shopping. It was all tie-dye shit. Hippie shit. Yeah, we went to a crystal. You paid $52 for these. Didn't know how much the price was. You paid amber earrings. You know, we could have got it much cheaper in Sedona. Sedona is a better metaphysical community. Also, you don't see the hippies, but you do see the fucking, you know, cult types, the weirdos. First time I'm there, these people, they clasped hands. They stared into each other's eyes for like 2 minutes, not saying a word in the restaurant, their most popular restaurant for breakfast. And then they hugged. I'm like, what kind of weird nut shit is this? Then you see the 90s metrosexual twig-eating motherfuckers, the skinny dudes. They go out in the woods. They have man retreats. That's what this whole, I'm not going to mention their name, a certain group of motherfuckers on the internet remind me of. Woman haters. They go out there and have their little retreats, talk about their man issues. That shit just grosses me the fuck out. I want to talk about man issues. They sit around a fire, hugging in each other, then start blinking at each other, batting their eyes at each other. Nah. That's just not my style. The emotional intelligent people, they have high emotional intelligence. Mine ain't that bad. I have enough emotional intelligence to be able to back engineer females, but I'm not gonna sit around a fire and, you know, hug dudes. And I got a massage once from a dude. A long time it was free. I'll never go back to a dude. I don't ever want a dude touching me. So fuck that shit. I can't not take a bath for a couple of years and have armpit smells that smell like a sewer and wear dirty clothes. I like clean clothes. I like taking a bath, which I did on vacation. I actually got in the tubs and scrubbed myself. We take showers here. KR, I love the mountains whenever I'm in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia. Yeah, we did drive to the top of, or drove up Mount Shasta to the first one. That was far enough. I took some photos. Brofist, how can I become social if it's not in my blood? It's in nobody's blood. Some people learn at an early age to become more social. I was antisocial, Brofist. I hated people. I hated everybody. Okay? I hated every race on the planet, including my own. I just hated people in general. So you can't be more antisocial than I was, because I thought I was the Antichrist. Okay? That's pretty fucking bad, isn't it? That's what my mom said, but I actually believed her. I started believing her. I think that was during my period of hating people. What I realized was I really just hated myself because I wasn't happy. Let's see. Let's check for recent comments real quick. King says, hey, Supreme, I have a little problem. I am very outspoken, and I want to know, is it too bad, or is it too bad to be very outspoken and state what's on your mind to all women all the time? Yes, it can be. You want to, it's okay to be outspoken, but you got to have a switch to know when to shut the fuck up and stop trying to put your opinion in everybody's face. Nobody gives a fuck about your opinion. Just let you know that, King. That's just an attitude that you've adopted, by the way, to make yourself feel good, to feel superior, so that you feel different from all the rest of the people out there. You go to a job like everybody else, you get a paycheck, okay? I'm sorry, you get a paycheck. So you're like all the other people out there. And everybody, by the way, has an opinion. Like everybody has an asshole. Everybody's got an opinion. Not to be putting you down, but I think it's ignorant to even get into subjects where there could be argument. I want to seduce. I don't want to argue. My goal is to seduce women, not argue with them. So I'm not going to bring up some subjects we're going to be arguing about where I got to give some opinion. If she brings something up and I disagree with it, I'm going to tell her. But I don't bring the shit up. He also goes, I like to play around, act silly, but when I have a deep conversation, I like state what's on my mind. I feel like some women think I'm nuts in my own way. LOL, kind of hard to explain. See, I didn't let women know that I watch cartoons. I kept that to myself. That's my private stuff. Reborn African. I do that too. I see black males trying to act more of a white guy than the white guys. I switch words there. I just stand and look at them and they get it. Simply Deep, Player Supreme. Are you talking about the Bohemian Grove? No. No, I was talking about Mount Shasta. I do know the Bohemian Grove, though. Books for a Better Life. My trip isn't over. My vacation's not over, fellas. I still have another week. I booked 2 days in Calistoga, 2 days in Mount Shasta, and now I'm looking for something else to do. I may go get a RV and go camping, but she doesn't want to, though. She says, too much work. I maybe just be going by myself. What kind of books do you read? I don't read books anymore. I listen to books because my eyes, start getting tired when I was reading. I'd fall asleep like an old man. In fact, I haven't bought a book in a long time, man. But if you look at my bookshelf behind me, I read, my main reading was sci-fi. Sci-fi, action, adventure. I like the Jack Reacher novels. Love those. So I started listening to them. And I enjoy listening more because when I drive long miles, it's better to listen to a book. And I'm listening to one, I listened to an entire book. I used it up instead of waiting for my drive time. I couldn't stop. It was a good book. It was called The Contractor, sci-fi book. It was supposed to be my drive books. It was 8 hours, something. It was 4-hour trip up there, 4 hours back. I couldn't put it down or put it away. I listened to it at night when I was going to sleep. Like I do every night, I always have a book that's on my iPhone that I'll play while I am trying to get to sleep. And I wake up sometimes early in the morning with the book still playing. All right, back to our comments. Tracy, I got 2 things to ask. Okay, so that girl I told you I wasn't going to text, I ended up doing so. I said to her, hey, if you're back in town, I've got something we can do on Wednesday. She replied, I'm back in Bristol now. Funeral's on Thursday, but sure, I can probably do Wednesday. What's the plan? So I didn't text till the next day. Why not? Because I didn't have a plan. Okay. How long does it take to make a plan? The girl's into going out. Okay, well, what do I want to do? Let me go see a movie. Text her, hey, movie. I'm texting saying, It's out of two places: a desert restaurant or a park street. Or a desert restaurant on a park street, or there's a chill spot. Never give a bitch a choice. Never give a bitch a choice. Okay? One place. Or a desert, or there's a chill spot at the Downs with a nice view. Okay. And she didn't reply back. I know I should have picked one myself and set up a time for us. My question is, do I try again next week by calling her, or do I leave her and let her contact me? Daters, man. You fucking daters. He also says, you got a girl's number last night, and I've got another girl. Also, I think he wants to say, I got a girl's number last night, and I've got another girl who I'm gonna ring. My family go away for 2 weeks, so I have the house free, and I want to bring a girl back to fuck. Well, this girl ain't gonna be down for it. Look how she's avoiding you. So why waste your time on chicks that are obviously avoiding you? Now she's in the disrespectful area where you text her a choice. You actually gave her a choice, and I said never do that, but you've done it. So, and she hasn't returned your message, so they must not even sound good to her. But you want to do that restaurant thing, that dating thing, Tracy, and that's what happens when you have two different teachers. Again, as I said, pick one. See, my path is, well, I don't do the dating thing. We come over, we fuck. Then she gets a date. But the person you listen to says do the dating thing. Take her on a date, nice date. I guess you bring her a flower or something, box of chocolates, whatever. Should you contact her or leave her? I'd let her contact me because you put it out there. To go any further is to seem desperate. I wish you'd have asked me before you even contacted her. This guy's name is Bruh Focus. Bruh. Dude. And he's one of the trolls. You tell us to feel bad for white people? I mean, blacks commit most crime and they kill each other more? No. Actually, whites kill each other more. And also, many leaders in the black life are cop killers. He actually believes, you guys do know that the Black Lives was started by women. Two dykes. See, this is how bad information gets out in the white community. He thinks that the leaders are cop killers. Do you know what they do to black people for laying down the street with your hands up? They shoot us. Do you think they would let a cop killer run free? Now, I do know of two incidents where they've let two white cop killers, they're still alive. If you watch PBT's channel, you'll see, he has a series called White on White Crime. So this jackass wants to come here and spew the racist talking points. I've already defeated he said blacks commit the most crime. As we know from actual proof, from FBI stats, white folks commit the most crime. Now, we in the black community, we do have a higher percentage of murder of each other, black on black crime. But overall, whites commit the most crime, the most rapes, the most arson, the most hate crimes, the most robberies, the most gambling. They take over from 18 to 21. Blacks, that's one of ours. And robbery. But then after 21, for some reason, I guess black guys they're either locked up or they get tired of the shit. But white folks dominate. And they do the most arson. You've seen the recent fire out in California? It was a white guy. So this guy Bruh, focus. Bruh. Bruh. Let's see. And you lied about that you like helping people. You wanted to stop helping us because you didn't get well paid. No, I get tired of people like you. I get tired of people not appreciating what I put out. Okay? I get tired of dealing with the negativity. I get tired of dealing with the same problem over and over again. This used to be a passion of mine, but people like you have taken my passion from me. Well paid, and that's why this is your last year on YouTube. You keep clowning people that have problems on your channel, but let's face it, you're a selfish fuck. That's why you take pride in being a player and a scammer. Your videos are either about African history, or this is the guy that I got on about his idea that I shouldn't talk about African history on this channel. Oh my God, man. You really shouldn't bother talking about African history. Let's see. About African history, or you're talking about your life story for hours. Many liberals are anti-white / sluts, and Africans sold other Africans. I'm not going to bother reading the rest of it. Cartier comes back and says, how's a scam when he speaks the truth about the game? His game is deep, and if you don't get it, then you don't got it. Pickup artists teach you to chase hot chicks, but what's the real success rate? Stop bitching and learn from this guy. He will make your life better. Thank you, Kartik. I'm going to do a video for bruh. I figured it'd be a new channel. Somebody hiding behind a fake channel. That's the ultimate cowardice to me. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and trash that. Hey, it's a black guy. Recently, I was researching and looking at lions, like documentaries and so forth. What was profounding is that even in the animal kingdom, the female lion or lioness still did the choosing and who she wanted to mate with, like choosing the most aggressive male. That's biology for you. What people don't realize is that same biology works in humans. We are still part of the planet. Aggressive male through a lion takeover. Actually, she eventually will either submit or she'll wander off. Okay? When the lion takes over, if she has cubs, she will leave. Often they will leave at that, because the male lion will kill that other lion's cubs in most situations. This really debunks the whole PUA thing about going over to women without being groomed or dressed well with a good mouthpiece, still getting the women. Wish these guys realize this and peep more to the game and your videos. I wish they would also. Goonie. I actually did do research. Blacks are not Africans. Blacks are indigenous to America. Black Americans don't come from West Africa. My son did his DNA, dumbass. Okay? I was born here. I think I talked about it on my old channel. And he just left. I fucking wish he was still here. I fucking wish he was still... I was waiting for him to leave so I could do the fucking show. And if I'd known your dumbass would be here, I would have him tell you his DNA. You didn't do your research. You did research into stupidity. It's one thing to research stupidity and ignorance, and another thing to research actual facts. Black Americans don't come from West Africa because we look nothing like the blacks from over there. That's because we have had white folks in our gene pool. in this country, there was something called a breeding farm. That's why our genes coming out of Africa are so scrambled for a lot of people. White folks bred us like dogs. Okay? I was looking for pictures from the 1700s, 1800s of early blacks in America and noticed that in these pictures, the blacks don't look West African at all. 1700s. Okay, do you know how much interbreeding had been done by the 1700s? Are you really that stupid? And you're looking at old photos? Really? Now here's something that you may not be aware of. What an African scholar said was the first people they shipped out were the people that came, were the most recent. Guess where they came from? Egypt. There was a flood of people coming after Egypt got overran into the south. So all these people said we were Egyptian gods. We were worker class of Egypt. They escaped and whatever else, but they escaped out of Egypt. They don't look nothing like. Fuck. By the way, there were no photographs. You were looking at paintings, 1700s. So, who made the paintings? You got to learn to use your head, Goonie. We are not indigenous to America. Well, actually, there were blacks here, but they were not the American Indians. There is some information, just show you how much research I've done on this. The mound people. Who were the mound people? Who built those mounds in like, they show up in like Louisiana and all over the southern states. Like miniature pyramids. Also the Olmecs, I did say the Olmecs were black. They also found the bones of black people from Australia, 50,000 years old, before the Native Americans came. Native Americans came, the Asians came over that bridge about 12,000 years ago. 12, 13,000 years ago, somewhere in there. And they spread out. And they killed off the blacks who were in South America. There's good videos, documentaries right here on YouTube you can go research. But you're looking at some old paintings from 1700s after all the interbreeding has occurred. Each tribe, they do have their own characteristics, but when we've been bred, because remember, you're not aware of this, but here's some truth for you. They split up families. But also, guess what? It was a long voyage on those slave ships. Most of the women showed up pregnant. I shouldn't say women, girls, because they were kidnapping a lot of young women, all the way down to 6 years of age. The ones who were impregnable, they showed up pregnant. So starting off, they're already having biracial kids. Those kids on the farm bred back into black. We ain't gonna look nothing like West Africa. See, something else you're not aware of. And this is like a waste of my fucking time, but you keep coming back at me with the bullshit. Now, what do you got to say to that? If most of the women that came here were already pregnant with biracial babies, and those got bred back into the race, do you think they would look a little bit different? Even Eric Hills knows it. Slave masters fucked our women. That's why we look different. Thank you, Eric. And plus, you are not black. I think you're an agent myself. Try to spread stupidity amongst the black folks so that when we start putting out our real truth like Hidden Colors does, white folks will laugh at us. And the Indians will not like us. That's what I think. And you're not going to spread your bullshit on my channel. You are now officially blocked. This channel doesn't have any content. It's a fake fucking channel to begin with. I should have known better. I should have fucking known. And some tired ass looking motherfucker. Ah, shit, I fell for that shit. See, if you're black, we got to watch out for these agents that come within our community. This guy has no content on his channel. And he's spamming my channel talking about it. We're not African. Even if nurse said, I actually thought about getting a DNA test, but people tell me not to get a DNA test because DNA is a hoax. That's how dumb he is. He thinks DNA, or he wants us to think that he thinks DNA is a hoax. Wow. The slave trade is a hoax, man. Holy fuck. He's definitely a white dude. This is a white guy, man. This can't be a brother. Fucking A. Who started that nonsense? Does anybody know who started that nonsense about we're not African? Some self-hater, obviously. Some self-hater. You know, when the white folks came here, the Native Americans were so dark skinned because they lived in the sun. When they came over that land bridge, they came down to America. They kept their color. And the people that were the Mongols were obviously dark-skinned people to begin with. Look how dark the Mongols were. KR, it's a good thing your health is getting better. I think I've done this one, so I think I'm good now. All right, let me go back, see if any in the comments, and we'll end this show. I don't think Goonie is really a black guy. Beware, fellas. I'm having some serious doubts. When he said the slave trade was a hoax, I've never heard a black person say that. Supreme, I should have just rang her. I've never liked texting. It just feels feminine. King, hey Supreme, isn't there two types of people in this world if you dig deep down to history? Two types of people? I would think Asians is one of them. If you dig down to the beginning of history, King, there was only one type of man on the planet. That was the black man. The black man spread all over the planet and became the yellow man and the white man. Asian is an old race, but not 250,000 years old. We left Africa 70,000 years ago. Ice Age came, we got caught. As far as European Caucasians. And we bred with the Neanderthals. That allows us to survive the Ice Age, though. And we came out of those caves. Now, I just started watching that movie 10,000 BC again. And it's actually a good movie. There's some little bit of truth and a lot of fucking bullshit in there. They showed the cavemen coming out of the caves as darker, and that's just something that just came out. They just found out recently that the cavemen, when they came out of the caves, they were still dark-skinned, like Native American brown. The white didn't come along till later, according to new findings by scientists. They were already starting to lose the color, but the white skin didn't come out till later. Staying ready. I was watching one of your videos, Playa, and you were saying that you knew someone who chased one bitch from one country to another country because he loved her. LOL. What a classic video. Had me dying. Y'all says, what up, Player? Watching one of your videos, and you were saying you knew someone. Oh, it's a double. Tracy, boo. Tracy, I don't believe in evolution crap. We came from God. I do believe in evolution. I believe God set it in motion. There is a divine creator, but he seeded the planet with life, and life grew. So, I don't believe in the church. I did my research on it. No, you haven't. You did your religious research, Tracy. Let's not even go into it, because I've read the Bible. I did that in high school because I wanted to become a preacher. Okay, but I can't become one of the sheep. If you did your research, tell me, in the Bible, Adam and Eve were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. There's some kids. They're the only people on the planet. Who in the fuck did they marry? Tracy? Who did they marry? Where'd their wives come from? Anytime I run to a religious nut, that's all I gotta do is tell them that, fellas. They can't answer that. All right. On that sour note, I think I've had enough today. I'm gonna go back to enjoying my vacation and doing something that I actually enjoy doing, which is have my dinner, a boring salad. Peace, fellas.